Hello everybody and welcome back. Today is Friday, May 15th. Hopefully you enjoyed that static and dynamic stretch workout. That made me feel so rejuvenated. I think that day I went for a bike ride, a run, I worked out, I felt so good. Remember, it's not always about putting that foot on the gas pedal all the way down, right? Sometimes we gotta just do something that's not at 100%. Maybe it's 60, 70, right? Elongate those muscles, stretch those muscles out. You feel so good. Hopefully you guys felt really good. I enjoyed it. So today, since I got you off the hook last week and didn't give you anything to write down, got a couple things to go over today, all right? So today's workout is called the 30-15 HIIT style workout. Cameraman is zooming in, so take a look. Make sure you can get it. All right, write this stuff down. I'm gonna be doing some explaining today, all right? So it's a 30-15 HIIT style workout, all right? So what that means is we're gonna do an exercise for 30 seconds. That's called the speed part. Then we're gonna do a recovery for 15 seconds, all right? So before we get started on the 30-15 HIIT workout, let's explain what HIIT training is. It's called high intensity interval training. It's a cardiorespitory training technique that alternates brief speed and recovery intervals to increase the overall intensity of your workout. HIIT is used to help reach performance goals and enhance fitness and well-being. That is the definition right from the American Council of Exercise, ACE, all right? So, before we get into the HIIT, the key with these 30 seconds is gonna be what's called your rate of perceived exertion. Now, you don't have to write this down, but I wanna just show you a little chart I made for you, okay? So a rate of perceived exertion on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being very light, 2 to 3 being light activity, 4 to 6 being a moderate activity, 7 to 8 being vigorous activity, a 9 being very hard, and 10 being a max effort, all right? So when you're doing your HIIT training, in that 30 seconds, you wanna try to be anywhere between 4 and 8, all right? So that's gonna be your RPE, 4 and 8. Now, everyone has a different RPE, right? Depending on medical histories, injuries, heart problems, that's up to you. That RPE is for you to gauge, all right? So just keep in mind when you're doing these 30 seconds, if you wanna make it a little bit more challenging, I'll show you ways to do that. If you wanna keep it very basic, if you feel very challenged by doing it basically, that is fine. RPE is all up to you, all right? So, very light is hardly any exertion. It's like watching TV. Light activity feels like you can maintain for hours, easy to breathe and carry on a conversation. Moderate activity, where we want to try to be when we do this HIIT. Breathing heavy, can have a short conversation but still feel comfortable, but starting to become a little more challenging. 7 to 8 vigorous, borderline uncomfortable. You can speak like a sentence. Very hard activity, very difficult to maintain exercise intensity. Can speak only a few words. And then max effort, feels like you're almost impossible to keep going. You're out of breath, can't do it for a long period of time. So that's just a gauge, all right, of where you need to be when you do these exercises, all right? 4 to 8, let's get to it. Fitbit. If you have something that tracks your heart rate, that could be another way. So you know if the heart rate's really high, maybe you're at a 9 or a 10, all right? So that's a whole other conversation for percentage of heart rate, but let's get into it. All right, so 30-15 HIIT style workout. Walking squats, followed by a ground touch with a jump, a forward to backward lunge. You know I'm demonstrating all these exercises for you. Push-ups, we can make it more challenging by doing one leg up when you do it, or Spider-Man. Star jacks, and then knee turns into ankle touches, all right? So I'm gonna demonstrate. Props to cameraman again, put that hand in there. Yeah, all right, let's get to it. Last week was very mellow, maybe like a 2, 3, 4 RPE. This week we're gonna step it up a little bit, little HIIT style. Hope you enjoy it. Here we go. All right, so 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. So you are gonna need your timer or your phone. Remember, like I always tell you, train hard, train smart, listen to your body. Any back, neck, knee, shoulder issues, modify that workout, right? Let's take it to a new level today. You should feel nice and energized. The weather's getting nice, beautiful day. Let's do it. All right, walking squats for 30 seconds. So what you're gonna do, start with your feet together. Remember when I taught you to squat, you're gonna make sure you keep your shoulders under the ears, right? We're gonna go back here. We're gonna squat close. Separate your feet. Squat again. Separate them even wider. Squat again. Walk them in, right? And then together. walking squats. Now again, before you start any workout, you always should do some type of warm-up. All right, remember that dynamic stretching I showed you last week? So you want to get the heart rate going a little bit. You don't just want to start a workout. So if those RPEs, when you're maybe warming up anywhere between 2 to maybe, an early 4, that's fine. So always some type of warm-up before you start. All right, so you would walk squat 30 seconds, take 15 seconds off, right? Ground touch with a jump. So we're going to touch the ground here, hand, right, jump. Left, shoulders back, jump. Right hand touch, jump. Left hand touch, jump. All right, so those are called ground touch with jump. 30 seconds of those, take a 15-second break. After that, we're gonna go to our forward and backward lunge. All right, pay attention to this one. If I start with the right foot, my right foot's gonna lunge back, but then I'm gonna lunge forward with the right and then push. If I lunge back with the left, I'm gonna lunge forward. So same leg, back to front, lunge. Here, here, okay? 30 seconds alternating. Whenever the timer stops, you stop. All right, then you take your 15-second rest. Push-ups. Now, we can modify the push-up being on your knees if you need to, right? If you have injuries, you can go on an incline. If we're doing regular push-ups, right, 30 seconds. If you want to make it more challenging, leg up, alternate, right? Or you can do your Spider-Man push-up. Spider-Man push-ups, right? However you want to challenge yourself to try to get that RPE to 4 to 8, right? Good. So, 30 seconds of push-ups. You're going to take your 15-second rest. After that, we're going to do a star jack. It's not a jumping jack, it's a star jack. Hands go up, legs go out. 1, right? Star jack. You have to modify. There's a modification, right? Try to get those legs spread as far as you can. Hands up. Star jacks. And then last but not least, we're going knee to elbow and then ankle touch. So we're going to start here. Knee to opposite elbow or hand. All right? It's actually to the hand. So we're going to alternate one each side to an ankle touch here. Ankle touch here. Knee. Knee. Ankle touch. Ankle touch, right? Not a lot of rocking. Try to keep that body nice and tight here. Don't move the hips. Keep the core tight. 15-second rest. All right, now, you have a choice. That counts as 1 round. You can do 2 rounds. You can do 3 rounds. You can work your way up. You can experiment with it. You can do the exercises, but then your second time around, you start with these. Work your way up. With HIIT style training, you can do 1 minute of speed, and then you can do 2 to 3 minute recovery. Heart rate's important. Little education today. HIIT training, very effective. I'm a personal believer in not doing it all the time because, again, you want to keep your body always doing different things like the stretching we did last week, right? Maybe, I said a RPE was maybe a 4. This workout, you may feel like an 8 or 9. Different levels. That's how we get to our ultimate goal. Stay strong. Stay motivated. Feedback is very important. Let me know what you think of the 30-15 HIIT style workout. Keep subscribing to the channel. Keep giving our videos out. Stay strong. Stay focused. Be aware. Thank you. Can't wait to see you next Friday. Go get it. Send me that feedback. Enjoy the workout. See you next week.